Verizon is recalling the Ellipsis Jetpack device due to burn and fire hazards. Hi there, I'm Cherie with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, and yesterday Verizon put out a recall notice for 2.5 million of these hotspot devices. Now this is their entry-level device that they came out with in April 2017. They have now pulled it from the market. This is just a Category 4 device. It does not have antenna ports. It is generally not a hotspot device that we have recommended to our audience. It retailed for under $100. Sometimes you could get it as cheap as $50 with their prepaid service. It's an okay device. It'll get you online, but it's not going to give you the blazing fast speeds. It's not going to give you the maximum coverage on Verizon's network. So definitely entry-level device. The Ellipsis is made by Franklin Wireless. And what has happened is the battery inside, they have had at least 15 reports out of 2.5 million of these batteries swelling and causing burn and fire hazards. So they're getting hot enough to actually burn and present a hazard to anything around it that might be able to catch on fire. Now, this is a common problem with mobile hotspot devices, particularly if you are using them extensively. Most hotspot devices are consumer devices and just meant for occasional use, an hour or two here or there. But a lot of us on the road, if we're optimizing a mobile hotspot devices, we're using them pretty much nonstop all day long, especially if we have sweet data plans that go along with them that allow for that sort of usage. And that puts a lot of wear and tear on the hotspot device itself, particularly the battery. Because when you have it plugged in nonstop, it's constantly trying to keep that battery charged, as well as providing the power to get you the internet connection that you need. And these devices really just aren't designed for full-time use in mind. So we commonly find it to be an issue that the batteries inside of these devices, which are consumer removable on most cases, they do tend to get swollen, especially the longer you use them. If you're in weaker signal areas, the device has to work harder to be able to give you a better connection. So we recommend that if you are using a mobile hotspot device regularly as part of your mobile internet setup, is check the health of your battery every few months. Make sure there's no signs of it swelling and starting to come out of its case. We do have a full guide to maintaining your battery's health on your hotspot device. There are a lot of things that you can do to give yourself better battery health, like cycling the power to them, not always constantly charging them, putting them on a timer so that you are actually cutting off the charging power to them from time to time. And also, of course, keep them in a well-ventilated area, away from other heat sources and away from things that can catch on fire. But definitely keep on top of the battery health if you're using these devices. Any model mobile hotspot device that depends on a battery being inside of it connected, keep an eye on that battery health, because not only can it be a fire risk, but as the battery starts to lose its power and starts to expand, it actually can affect your data performance. So that's important too. Now, what Verizon is doing is they have issued this recall on the Ellipsis due to several reports of fires and burns being caused by these devices and the battery inside. They have pushed a firmware release, so they're recommending that everyone download a firmware release, the latest firmware release, to the device. Basically what it does is it cuts off charging the battery while you're using it. So that's just reducing the amount of heat going into the battery itself. So the device is either getting you online or charging. So if you need to charge it to get the battery back up, if you do use it mobily, you're going to want to charge it while you have the device off. So that's one step, and they're also recommending, of course, you not put it near things that can catch on fire. It's always a good idea anyway. And if you want to actually return your device and get a replacement one, what you have to do is fill out their recall form. They send you a box to ship the device to you, so you can ship the device back. Then they say within 6 to 8 weeks they will ship you a replacement device. So if you are using your hotspot device as part of your mobile internet arsenal, that's probably not going to work for you to be without your device for a couple of months. So you might want to look into an upgraded device anyway. At present time, the 8800 is the flagship Verizon LTE hotspot device that we still recommend. It does have the dual antenna ports. It's a Cat 18 modem. It's going to give you more coverage across the country as well as increase speed. So if mobile internet's an important part of your arsenal, you would probably have a higher end device than the Ellipsis anyway. And if you don't, you might want to look into an upgrade at this point because you're getting rid of this guy anyway. You might as well look into what is a better option going forward. So if you have an Ellipsis, pay attention to the recall, follow up with the information, and decide what your course of action is from here. These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.